back to the Overnight channel. The video you are about to witness has been left pretty much uncut and was actually done during a live stream so we could thoroughly document the extreme events that have happened in this room. What I did tonight was genuinely an idea that I never thought I would actually fulfill. We sat in here and opened every single DYBBUK box in front of you. And now I believe I might possess one of the most haunted items in the world, because all of these entities have now decided to enter into this doll. The types of paranormal activity we documented here tonight are basically endless, including one form that I never believed would be possible. An actual light fixture in this room that belongs to B340 was controlled and manipulated by a spirit that may have come from above during this interaction. EVP recordings, intelligent REM pod responses, the K2 flashlight, the music boxes, and everything else. We have decided to leave this video as clear and clean as possible to the authentic experience we had in here. We are not adding music. We're gonna add minimalistic sound effects so that way you can enjoy this investigation the way we did. And please, if there's anything else that we missed during this night, during this investigation, please let us know. By the end of this night, it's gonna take you on a journey to realms and philosophical questions that I just didn't expect to ever happen. Now it's time for me to actually close all this down safely, repack everything up, clean this place up, and hopefully make it home alive, because after reading every single story of every single item we opened here, those chances might be minimalistic. And not to get too far ahead here, but we are hopefully only a few months away from making one of the biggest announcements ever. Something I literally could not have dreamed of, something that was just an imaginative idea, like a what if, and it might be becoming a reality very soon. And in the paranormal community, this might be massive. Every single part of my heart, body, soul, everything is just so tremendously excited for this to happen and become an actual real thing in the world. So just know that's happening. And the last thing is, by popular request from everyone that has been asking me for so long, I thought it'd be fun because I spent the entire night opening mystery boxes, demons in a box that I didn't know what they were. We finally brought back a mystery box that we haven't done this in 2 years. So the new one is out now. We put 3 different t-shirts in this box. They are all overnight themed, paranormal enthusiast themed. They're all in that wheelhouse. If you guys want to grab one, we did 3 shirts for $40. It's over at senatesociety.com. We're shipping them out as soon as we can. I'm pretty sure you'll be pumped on the designs. I am so just drained, but this was an unreal night. And thanks for supporting the channel. And we're gonna figure out how to not die now. Well, oh wow, it's so funny that they're next to each other, but I'm looking at the live stream one even though that camera's on. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to your Thursday evening together. We might be here for a while. It's me and Evan tonight, who's behind the camera, which will be very hard for him to, yeah, there you go. I was like, I don't know how you're gonna flip it around. That works. We have pretty much every paranormal investigation device that we commonly use, plus some new ones, plus some other fun ones that we've been kind of working on, that I'm excited to like show you all, some classics. If you've been watching the channel for a very long time, then these might look familiar to you. This is what we used before we switched over to the vests, were these cases, so that way we could keep track of everything. I don't think we've touched these in like 3 years, but in honor of what we're doing and filming over the next few months, these are gonna be kind of back in play in how we're going to change how we investigate, and just kind of like really making sure that we have the best kits designed for locations, which is why this was perfect to kind of have all of this here for tonight. So everything from your REM pods, tripwires, K2s, SS method. Later tonight, I actually want to try a different way of ghost hunting. I don't know if it's gonna work, but there's only one way to find out. So this is the DYBBUK box. This is not a DYBBUK box. This is actually something of mine that I'll be kind of excited to show you later. So I'll leave this all here. And then all of the DYBBUK boxes are in here. There's 10 of them. We've already opened 2 the last time we were here, which I think I got bamboozled. There's a bell jingling in there. And then instead of the 13th DYBBUK box, there's something else. It's this. It's not a DYBBUK box, but it is essentially an Annabelle of sorts, if that makes sense. It's a haunted item that has a known history, that has a known story behind it, and then I had someone build a box, a casing, an enclosure for it. This was actually here the last time we were in B340, but we didn't open it because everything just went so stagnant. It just felt like anything else we were going to do that night was just going to kind of be in vain. So that's here tonight. If you saw the Spawn Ranch video, the flashlight's here tonight. And then of course, our new kind of obelisk, spirit talker, portal item that we've been slowly developing and building over the last like year and a half. So that's in here as well. So I think that's pretty much everything for right now. So yeah, we're here. We're gonna be in here for a while. This like genuinely might take a long time to open a DYBBUK box. Like read the story of it, have all the tools set up, open it, see if anything changes, investigate, and then kind of keep moving on. Because my whole point tonight is to, one, I know this room has something in it, but more so I'm very interested with all of these guys. And I do have this kit as well, which is meant to keep everything in the circle trapped in it. So before I even open them all, so I will be putting out a protective salt circle with blessed salt, regular salt, and holy water. That's all in here. So you kind of make a enclosure area around me, and then there's a reason why that item on the floor is here tonight. There might be something in mind, a theory that we're gonna try and test out. Let me see if there was any questions.
A bunch of people are saying there's static on the audio.
There should be zero reason for that on our side. Just for the record, there should be zero reason for any static at all. We're streaming straight off of a phone, not even like plugged in through a mic. It's just one of these, but streaming out. So anything that's static right now is interesting, because yeah, there's no hardwiring, there's no cross, there's no wireless any signals in here. It's just literally the phone. So that's fun. Yeah, the audio was fine. We've tested, we've been in here before. I mean, I don't know, there's people here too. So audio is clean. Yeah, interesting. Super interesting. Yeah, the audio apparently is slightly messed up on the YouTube side of things, so I don't know. Static, interesting. Static. I'm gonna create a feedback loop real quick, because I'm gonna listen to this and see. I'm trying to like drag out anything, but I also want people to like jump in here. Static, interesting. Static. Oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna create a feedback loop real quick, so I'm gonna listen to this and see. That's actually crazy. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. It's like pulsating through it too, because it's not like it's not holding flat. It was like a every once in a while there's a big spike in it. So you'd think if it was anything in the room it'd be consistent, but there's something actually. Whoa. Should we try something? Should we just try moving it away from the XF605?
Sure.
Let me just like demount it real quick and just see. I can just pop it off here, yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna move it away and over here. Is the static still happening? We're not gonna restart the stream. Is the static still happening right now? Still there.
Whoa, now I hear it on my mic.
That's crazy.
Huh.
Yeah, okay, so it has nothing to do with the phone. It's actually the room. Whoa. People said it's worse now. I wonder why. Look at them closer to. There's nothing we're gonna be able to do. I mean, I guess if you go on the TikTok stream, they're not hearing it. Static noise, which is interesting, because I don't know if you hear anything come through, but I promise you, anyone who's on the TikTok can cross-verify There's no audible noise in this room at all. It's purely silent other than the occasional like person you hear walking through. So any of that noise is not us. It's nothing in this room that we can hear. So it is 100% on your end, which is interesting because if anyone remembers the Warren charity stream that we did when we had quite a few people watching, it was as if like whenever we had the most amount of people watching is when we had the most technical difficulties. So in theory, there's significantly less people watching on TikTok on that stream right now versus YouTube. So it's like if there's a more dominant source of power or attention, it's coming from you. So just remembering what happened with the shadow doll a few years ago during that event kind of makes me wonder if that's the difference. Like if TikTok actually had more people watching and YouTube had less, would it actually switch? Which would be a really crazy way to kind of prove the paranormal aspect and where their energy is being pulled from and directed towards. Anyways, I'm just speculating on this one. I've been in this place long enough and been doing this long enough where that buzzing isn't just meaningless. There's something obviously happening, and the fact that it's like ever since I started talking about what the intentions are tonight, it quite literally feels like the energy in this room is buzzing. Like that expression that where you can like feel the energy, I think that's what's happening. Because when we first started, it wasn't there. And it was as soon as I started mentioning what we'll be opening up, what we'll be doing, what the plan is tonight is when it started kicking up. REM pod. Okay. This is something we're gonna bring out later, but just to show you how it works, because I'm excited for it. So this will be connected to a Panasonic, and that way we can visually see whenever it gets audio. So now we'll actually be able to know visually when this is capturing something, and it has an K2, like an EMF reader in it as well. So it literally spikes at the exact same time. So now we can visually tell when we have not only audio being recorded that we can't hear, but also it'll document the energy that's being emitted at the same time. So like if I go fully silent, and then I start talking, we can see it. Let's go this direction. So if you don't move, in theory, this should be here. Crazy, that's... You might have to show that. You might have to like turn that way to show them. I love that the last one we were here never went off once. We can tell that you're in the room. Can you use this music box instead to answer questions? So can you stop playing it? If you want to use this to be able to actually have a conversation, it broke it. Yeah, it literally broke it. Permanently on, and it broke it. It snapped the band off. Huh. Yeah, my first thought was, does it want to have a conversation, or is it just letting... What?! What?! They can only see it if you show it to them.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, what the hell? Okay, it's one thing to be able to manipulate the music box. It's another to be able to like physically manipulate the motor on it. Let's make it even more difficult. It's crazy that only like a foot of difference in height makes me wonder if it's just like right here on the floor. No, there's no way.
That's not you.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's no way. I always set up the tools that the tools I always set up first are the ones that I feel are least likely to ever go off. That's nuts. There's just no shot it's me. Like, there is zero shot it's me. Same thing, it's an eddy meter, so it has two functionalities in it. The blue light is the K2, that's energy, and then the oranges are vibration. But so that's how that works, which is very interesting that every time I knock on it, I get a little spike. That's kind of a fun experiment, actually. If I knock on it, it shouldn't emit energy. It should only document the vibration. Let's find out if I'm crazy. No, it's both. That should not be how it works. That's just literally not how this works. That would explain the static. We'll leave it here. This will be our friend for tonight. This is our Jerry. What's a K2? How does that work, everyone? I've been ghost hunting for 3 years and I don't know how any of this stuff works.
Oh my god.
Alright, before we do any DYBBUK box opening, this is where we're at right now. 67 degrees roughly. A little bit of the K2. We've had this little bit of static going through the YouTube stream. The more viewed stream, which I really do not think is coincidence. They are identical phones. I know they're different platforms. But I haven't also heard the same static in the real camera. So simultaneously, this is being filmed onto the real camera, the one that we upload all our YouTube videos on. And he heard it on that one as well. The last time I was here, we were able to have a conversation through numerous devices, one of which was this box on the table right here in front of me. I know it takes a lot of energy, it may be rather difficult for you to actually activate this. And it did just go off. But I just want to make sure that was with intention. So if you can hear me, I would like to be able to use this device in my hand. This is undoubtedly one of the most agreed upon ways for all paranormal investigators to be able to come together and without any inability to deny true paranormal evidence. Your light just like got brighter. No? Am I out of my mind?
I was looking at the phone, but something definitely got brighter.
Something just like flared. I swear the light on the camera just like flared out like 5 or 10%. To be able to come together and without any inability to deny true paranormal evidence, your light just like got brighter. Swear that light on the camera just went phoop, it just popped.
So both my hands are here.
Yeah.
It was set at 50% and now it's at 57.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I saw it do like it felt like it got 10% brighter.
The hell?
Yeah, dude. I feel like I never ever call that type of shit, but that was like, I know where the light source is. It was from the camera and I watched that just go boop. And again, we have everyone here watching that can confirm it, because in theory their screens should have gotten 10% brighter.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, they saw it. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm kind of pumped right now, because like I have people here to confirm that I'm not insane. Yeah, the only way to get that light brighter is to physically go on it and then like spin the little wheel.
dial is right here.
Yeah. Dude, what? Music box, REM pod, physical light, static on the... We haven't even opened anything yet. My dream, everyone and anything in B340, is to be able to capture something on this device that is so just clearly as close to human as possible. That has always been my goal. I've captured a few over the years, but to be able to do it tonight in this scenario, where it's just two of us and you, would be the dream. So, for the moment, I'd love to give this a try. Yeah, now it's funny, now we can do this and everyone that's like, you're supposed to be quiet in between. I'm like, we edit out the 30 seconds of silence. You've done an amazing job already showing us that your energy and presence is in this room. But in your own voice, in your own words, is there something that you'd be willing to share with us? Could you please say it now? The energy that we're detecting in this room, is it truly coming from B340? Or is this presence being emitted from this container? Ending. For the record, whenever we're using this, and you see it's solid red light on the top, that's how we can tell when it's recording. So if you ever see me doing this in a video, it's because I can also see it counting. Or we're looking at like that to see when it's recording, and that's when we know, like, okay, we've got nothing, let's move on to the next person.
You've done an amazing job already showing us that your energy and presence is in this room. But in your own voice, in your own words, there's something that you'd be willing to share with us. Could you please say it now? The energy that we're detecting in this room, is it truly coming from B340? Or is this presence being emitted from this container? Ending.
Are we frozen?
Are we?
Possibly.
I don't know. Yeah, we are fully frozen and we lost every viewer. Yeah.
This still says we're live.
Frozen. That's funny, there's now 1,000 people on the TikTok, because the TikTok one is totally functioning fine. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? That's literally the only option. So, I guess we'll just end and restart it. And then, I don't really know what's gonna happen there. Yeah, it's a new stream. Wow, alright, I don't know what to do, this is insane. I thought the Warren stuff was bad, but this is, yeah, I mean, not even a single person like knows the stream exists right now. It's got 0 people watching it. I'm just gonna hand it to you and let's just hope people find it, they find it.
Yep.
So, it is what it is now. Okay, there we go. Some people are in. Alright, there you go. I feel like I should 100,000% have expected this and nothing less at all. Whenever we do paranormal streams, it seems to be the go. Literally shut down the stream, static in the stream, manipulated the light, music box has gone off, REM pod's got off. Insane. Is there anything in this room that does not want us to open up these DYBBUK boxes? If so, please say stop or don't. Are you speaking from a different part of the room? Ending. You hear it, right?
Everybody can hear it.
It's like a little like. It's, I don't know. It's higher. It's like a. No. You know what's fun? Look. Remember earlier when I was saying it was malfunctioning? There's no K2 reading anymore, right? No more blue
no
lights.
blue.
And now the static's gone on the stream.
That's fun.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, I was like, that's not how it functions. Like, this is how it should read vibration. That's great. That's it, dude. I'm okay. Earlier I was like, there's no way it's broken. This is how it should read all the time. I did that 30 times earlier, and every single time it was emitting K2 energy.
Want us to open up these DYBBUK boxes? If so, please say stop or don't. Want us to open up these DYBBUK boxes? If so, please say stop or don't. Are you speaking from a different part of the room? Ending.
What do you hear?
That is the most definitive don't.
What's so weird is I hear it saying both at the same time. Like I literally, like I listen to it one way, I hear stop. I listen to the other way, I hear don't. But no matter what, I only hear stop or don't.
Want us to open up these DYBBUK boxes? If so, please say stop or don't.
No matter what, it either says don't or it says stop or it says like a hybrid of them both. I also just realized we don't have a camera on you tonight, huh?
The wide ones.
Yeah, we don't get your fun facial reactions.
Oh, this is true.
Is there a fourth?
There is a fourth body cam in the...
In the case?
Yeah.
I'm going to pull it out.
Oh, man.
I'm going to pull it out. Wait, it's going to be crotch cam.
Oh, no.
Anyone who's watching the YouTube edit, you're just going to get crotch cam. Wait, hold on, let me really make sure I get the good.
Oh, no.
Let me make sure I get a really good crotch angle on you. Hold on. Wait, spread your legs a little bit. Wait, no, a little tighter. Get your legs a little bit tighter. Sorry, the angle is so funny. Oh, the YouTube edit, it's literally like the Blair Witch angle where it's just straight up. And if Evan moves too much, he drops.
Charlie horse my leg. I gotta move my leg.
Oh, fuck. I gotta put it somewhere, Evan. Oh man, that's such a funny angle because we don't have the right clip. Again, if at any point it's easier for you to answer something, a quick burst of energy into this box or into the music box over there. Whichever is easier for you to answer with will immediately tell us yes to any question. No matter whatever other method we might be using to try and communicate with you, if at any point you activate either of those, which we know you know how to, we will immediately take that as a yes. But I did just hear you say, don't, when we asked whether or not we should open these DYBBUK boxes. Now, out of respect, and out of respect, yes. I'm just trying to understand whether or not it is something within this room of B340 that does not want us to open these boxes, or if it is some other energy that maybe we brought with us. So let's try this. If what is speaking to us tonight is a spirit or an entity within the Queen Mary. Can you say ship or B340? But if whatever is trying to speak with us tonight and warn us is an evil presence locked away, can you say DYBBUK? Nothing on here, but that's, we just said, a short one is a yes.
Right after you said DYBBUK, there's crazy feedback on the mic.
Is an evil presence locked away? Can you say DYBBUK? Just the yes, which we literally just explained that if we get a quick blip on that, we'll take that as a yes. This device over here is a new one that we've been building out. This is quite literally just a Bluetooth speaker connected to make it louder. If you know what an Ovilus is, which is this device, or the Spirit Talker app that a lot of people use, or portals, Phasma boxes, things of that nature, we've been developing our own, and that's exactly what this is. It also has the ability to receive images as opposed to just like radio signals like a spirit box would. Occasionally an images pop through in Spawn Ranch. We actually had images of like a forest pop through while in a forest, and we had pictures of like a ritual happening while we were there as well. That's the only time so far in probably 30 hours of use that it's put out images. Sometimes it pushes through the words on screen, other times it hasn't.
Oh, knock knock.
Who's there? I would regret it if I didn't ask.
Murder.
Murder who? Dude, if it says my name. Dude, if it says my name. Did it just say? Murder who? That was about to be like one of the most...
You are not welcome.
What did that say?
You are not welcome. Murder who? Murder you, you are not welcome. I thought we were about to have an encounter with like the most morbid, hilarious demon ever. That was a perfect setup. Knock knock. Who's there? Murder. Murder who?
To disturb and rest.
That's not our intention. It's not to disturb you. And I do realize it probably seems exactly like that. With so many people coming here, constantly seeking out your answers, to talk to you, asking you to do something, see something. I'm sure it makes you extremely tired, not only energetically, but spiritually. But if you remember me, then I think you know that when I come here, it's not to ask you to move things around. It's not to ask you to scare me. It's to understand you and learn from you. Would you be willing to have a conversation with me tonight?
Oops.
Yes. Alright, long overdue. But what I'm going to do tonight is set up 3 different rings of protection, and then I'll bring each DYBBUK box onto this table. And as we open each one, everything should be done within this. And at the end of the night, there's another item in here, which again, if you're familiar with the shadow doll, if this works, And for Evo to prove it, everything should be trapped within the line of traditional salt, blessed salt, and holy water. Should not be able to leave the perimeter. And after however long this takes of documenting everything, I'm gonna offer the ability for whatever this trapped energy is within the circle to conjoin itself collectively into the item that has been specifically made for that reason, which is in that box. Because once I open these Dybbuk boxes, I do not know how to put them back together. It's not Humpty Dumpty. I have no idea how to do that. But what we can offer it is a new vessel for any of that energy, any of that malevolent spirit being, whatever it is, hopefully a demon, to all of it collectively consume this one item that now we can factually prove and demonstrate activity happening here, concentrating it, migrating it, and then again investigating with it somewhere else, and we should get identical results if it truly is the same demon, entity, whatever it might be, that has jumped over. So that's the bit of the scientific process I'm trying to do here, and why I wanted to do this, just me and Evan, and why we are so stationary tonight, is to really control the environment. Perimeter number 1. Evelyn. This almost sounds like a clever evil.
Yeah.
Evelyn. Well, hello, Evelyn. How old are you, Evelyn? If you don't know, do you know what year it was when you passed away?
I've been here so long.
I've been here so long. Well, how long, Evelyn? Have you been here for nearly 100 years? Or does it feel like you've been here forever? Eternity. Well, Evelyn, if you've been here for an eternity, that means you're not here with the ship. The ship has only existed for about a century. Who created you? It's the blessed soul.
Summoned.
Summoned. Man, that's literally the concept of a Dybbuk box in a way. You pull it all in. Do you know where you were summoned? Where you were summoned from, actually. Because now it seems as though you're on Earth with me, the plane of human existence. Sound like it laughs. Cut right to the chase, Evelyn. Your name seems very clever, almost like a knock-knock joke. Are you summoned from the underworld?
That's no fun.
Let's have fun. I'll be honest, I feel like I'm about to be best friends. I was really hoping the knock knock joke was gonna hit earlier and I was just gonna lose my mind. What would be fun for you? This is fun for me, what I'm doing right now. Whatever you need, Evelyn. If you say it, it's yours. Your life. Well, how do I give you my life? Not to get very philosophical, but what you and I may perceive life as can be completely different. Do you mean that you actually want me to die?
That was the first time something's gone off in a while.
That's crazy.
That's terrifying.
So you need my physical body. What I am in, my biological
Alone here.
presence. I'm alone here. That's what you need to die in order to give you my life. I always wondered why, like, when I offered myself for possession here, that it felt like it was going to work but didn't, and it was there but it wasn't. And people that like offer their soul, which is what I was doing that night, but maybe you can't offer something that is tethered. You know what I mean? Like, the only way for it to actually take your soul is to take your life, which, if your soul is your life, is for your physical body to die. I mean, that would make sense why, like, Mayans, Aztecs, and all the civilizations would sacrifice human body. That's insane. Like, that's insane, but that would make sense why they always just sacrifice actual people instead of just letting everyone just sacrifice. Yeah, I always found that so insane. If people could just be like, here's my soul, take it, then you wouldn't need to actually perish. But the only true way to detach someone's soul and their spirit, their energy, is to actually break them entirely away from, like, their physical being. That's an interesting conundrum, because I literally said, whatever it is that you need, I will give it to you. And I can't do that one. I don't want to be a liar, but I literally said I will give you whatever it is. Is there a middle ground? Because I am truly willing to do whatever it is that it takes to get answers. But I cannot give you my life. Would you take blood instead?
Flesh.
Flesh. I feel like this is the first time my bluff has ever been called, where I'm like, I'll do whatever, but now it's actually saying you need to die, and the middle ground is flesh. And I'm like casually just listening to this happen, but it's confirming across everything. And I always say these hypotheticals as if like it'll never happen, and blatantly getting called out on my bluff for this. So if we can make a compromise, let me open all of these boxes and let me unveil what's in this one over here. And once that's done, I'll have met my obligation to all of the fellow paranormal investigators that are joining me right now, that are listening to your message. And that power, your ability right now to speak to and say whatever it is that you want to thousands of people, thousands of souls, of living beings right now, I feel like it's a fair trade to at least continue to have a conversation with us for a few more hours. And truly, what's a few hours to you if you've been here for eternity? Can we make that deal? Open. Insane. Absolutely insane. Just for the record, they're all wrapped, obviously, the same by us to keep them safe in the box, so that when we're moving them around, they're not breaking and potentially breaking open, because they are wax sealed, twine, things like that. All of these boxes have been sourced for about the last year, maybe a little bit more. 2 of them have already been opened in this room. The first one was absolutely immediately debunked as just someone sold me some bullshit. The second one was also probably immediately debunked and someone also just going, let me sell these. So we buy them from various places. I have someone on my team that helps us find locations, who helps us find different people to interview, and also part of that is helping to find different items to buy. DYBBUK boxes, haunted objects, whether it's going through Facebook Marketplace, whether it's going through Reddit, whether it's going through different websites, whatever it is, he has permission to essentially just kind of make a best judgment and buy whatever seems like it could be legitimate, and also sometimes not telling me, but just buying ones that he doesn't believe are real at all. The whole point is to just kind of be able to see what happens. And the other condition is whenever we buy them, we ask everyone to provide us with a story of what the item is. I don't just want to be sent this, open it, and have just like no idea. I want them to like literally be able to explain to us where they got it from if they know, where it originated from if they know, and then ultimately what has happened to them or the people around them while they've had it in their possession. And lastly, why are they getting rid of it? With all of that information, which I read before opening it, then we can see if anything does confirm and verify it. If I were to simply just open these and a K2 were to go off or a REM pod were to go off, it would almost be meaningless. Because yes, it would prove that something happened when we opened it, but we wouldn't have any ability to know what it was or what is happening. So this will be my first time reading these stories and then obviously like fully putting my hands on them. Box number 1. Whistling, yeah?
Yeah.
T-shaped pentagram. It looks like some kind of figure on it. Go to the story. Okay, so I bought this box off Etsy like 6 months ago as a joke. It came from this witchcraft, voodoo, occult type store in Italy. I posted a pic of it to my Instagram story with some idiotic, made up, "If you see this, you are cursed" caption, cause why not? I thought it would freak some people out and it'd be worth the joke. Within an hour, my phone crashed, like not glitched, dead. Wouldn't turn on again. Then my cousin texts me and says, "Why'd you tag me in that creepy video?" I didn't. But he showed me a screen recording. It was a close-up of the box with this horrible audio behind it. Like a baby crying, but backwards, if that makes sense. I took the post down and weird stuff stopped. But 2 of my friends texted me the next day saying they had nightmares after seeing the post, and they have never had nightmares. Even one said their front door kept unlocking itself that night. I wrapped it up in some pillowcases and shoved it in my closet. Honestly, I kind of wanted to bury it, but then I thought I'd sell it. That's really all I know about it. It's like some 7 days type of shit. That's it. For the record, we're doing this together now. I haven't opened a DYBBUK box on a live stream before. We've unlocked Annabelle and the Shadow Doll. Wow, that's insane that I just said Annabelle and that finally went off. And again, there's just no shot that this is me. That's pretty insane. That's pretty insane that just went off as I literally said Annabelle. And I know without any doubt of my mind that it's impossible for it to be me. So being completely serious for anyone that's watching. Say whatever it is that you need to say. Comment whatever it is that you need to comment. Whatever it is that you feel comfortable with. Or if you feel like you need to tune out, 100%. Do whatever you feel comfortable with, because I have absolutely no idea what can happen. And again, the fact that like, quiet, as I'm trying to tell everyone to tune out and protect themselves, it literally says quiet on the obelisk. It's pretty insane to me that like I pulled out 3 out of here, was gonna open this one, and then obviously let you all decide. This is the one we pick, and it's quite literally about things glitching out as we've had audio problems this entire night. The stream has already crashed. Instantly, this starts glitching. I can't see it.
I know.
You can probably hear it though. Jewelry? Come on. It's been a half hour? The last time it blipped was when I said DYBBUK. That was the very last time. I asked if it was B340 or DYBBUK. That was dude, literally the last time, and here we are. Again, I'm saying this right now, everyone that's watching. We're not gonna blame me, okay? I don't want my comment section blown up with, oh, I failed my math test tomorrow. That's your fault. You're up late. You're not studying. I don't want to hear any of this like, oh, my shoes were untied. I tripped and fell on my face and broke my teeth. You're uncoordinated. I don't want any of the things that are about to go wrong in your life, which I'm factually saying is probably going to happen, for you to blame me. You're making a choice to be here right now. We're all in this together. Weird. Super weird.
Front. Soldier.
Not at all what I was expecting to be in the inside of this. No way! Dude, the last thing it said was jewelry. On the obelisk it said modern jewelry. I'm assuming this is like a belt. And then earrings. A little hat for a doll basket. It didn't show it on the screen. It said something finally.
Maybe it popped up on camera.
And an earring. It literally said jewelry on this. And then some dead flowers and more earrings. Yeah, and I just, dude, I swear I just heard screaming. It was like,
Yeah, I heard it on the mic.
oh wait, what did he describe? What did he describe it as? Like a baby crying but backwards.
Entered. Direction.
Is that not like, it was like, wow, which is kind of sounds like a baby crying backwards.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, yeah.
You have headphones in, right?
Yep.
Is it like, it's like moving, right? It's like do, 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 do. Before I read it.
Liquid space.
Dude, the second I put my hand on it. That's unreal. That was unreal. Before I read the story of what is believed to be in this box, respectfully, can I ask for a demonstration of how powerful you are?
Not safe.
Can you please say something that relates to what is written on this page? Because if you say it now, it will truly confirm that this is factual evidence of whatever demon is believed to be in this box. What's crazy is it's stuck on not safe. Normally when the words are on screen, they're there just long enough to read it. It has been stuck on not safe. Watch it actually be like not safe. I've owned this box for 7 years. I've tried to burn it, smash it, bury it, and throw it into the ocean. I cannot destroy it. I severely want to, but I cannot. Every time I attempt to, I break down mentally. I start sobbing, I start trembling, I collapse. It's not grief, not sadness, not depression. Something else, much worse. Even worse, every time I attempt to destroy it, I start repeating things like, "Don't do this," without any ability to stop. The first time I tried to break it, which was only a few days after buying it, I ended up curled up in the corner of my garage, sobbing like a child for over an hour. I don't even know why I wanted to destroy it. The last time I spoke to the box was when I finally hit my limit, and I knew I had to destroy it. Tomorrow was going to be the day. The night before, I whispered to the box, "I'm going to break you tomorrow." That night, I had a seizure. I've never had one before, and I've never had one again. The box came from an antique shop in Northern Oregon and was sold to me as a conversation piece. As he said, the box was made from a coffin left behind during a cemetery flood. I went back 6 months after buying it to ask follow-up questions, and the store was closed, completely empty. I cry more every time I have tried to destroy this box than when my brother died. Holy shit. I explained earlier that there's nothing more I want than to get answers on this device in my hand. So for just a moment, I want to turn off this portal that we've been using and see if I can get clear communication through this or any other physical noise you can make in the room.
Do you smell incense?
It smells cleaner than it should.
Yeah.
The night before, I whispered to the box, "I'm going to break you tomorrow." So let's see what happens. Before I do anything else, There's just one more thing I want to say. I'm going to break you open now. What's going to happen when I open this? Because I don't feel like crying right now. I feel completely normal. Ending.
Before I do anything else, there's just one more thing I want to say. I'm going to break you open now. What's going to happen when I open this? I don't feel like crying right now. I feel completely normal. Ending.
How about when anything pops up?
No, but I heard scratching on the wall. Do you feel that? Bro. Do you feel that? Yeah, this is freaking me out. I feel it like in my feet. Dude, there's I swear on my life right now there is something going on the bottom of my feet right now. And it's the foot that's in the circle. My right. Bro, I wish I was hooked up to a polygraph right now. I really wish I was hooked up to a lie detector test or anything else. This foot is bent in. It is outside the circle. My left foot feels da-da-da, 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 da-da. I feel it right now. Can you come in closer? I can hear it. I just realized all the viewers are inside the circle right now. I am so sorry that all of you just got attacked by a demon. Dude, this is, I swear on everything in my entire existence, I can feel dot 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 only on my left foot, which is directly underneath here. My right foot is here outside the circle. I'm gonna pull the left one out. Man, this sucks because it's like you guys just have to trust me. Foot's out and off. It's only, dude, it's so loud to me that I am blown away that you cannot hear it. I mean, I feel it, so maybe that's why I'm also hearing it.
I can't hear it.
In my head, it's this loud. I'm doing it right after I hear it.
Puncture.
I'm gonna leave my left foot in. I'm puncture earlier, flesh offering. Man, dude, this is so weird to me. It's getting faster. It's literally getting faster. And the fact that the REM pod is confirming that I'm not insane. I'm not gonna remove my foot. Will not change my mind. But can you explain to me what you're attempting to do right now? What is it that I'm feeling in my foot? It's so weird. It's getting faster and louder. Now it feels like I'm being like punched. What is it that you're doing right now? I've never felt anything like this
You were
before.
warned.
You were warned.
Are you attempting to get in my flesh? Puncture. I'm asking if it's attempting to get in my flesh. I can feel something going in me. I have to keep it inside. Look at what this is. It's like a doll with a razor blade going through it. And again, music box finally goes off. We are not in range. The first thing I asked was, can you say something? Can you say something before I open the box that confirms what it is? Puncture. That noise you're hearing is the music box, but it broke the motor, so it's just a sensor turning over and no longer the music box.
Yeah, they can see it in the mirror.
Oh, that's right. Probably too late. Can you please make that box stop? We can see that you're here. We know that you're here. You've made it very clear. But I wonder if that's what the crying was. Like, if this is what was in my body.
Everyone's going off about the left foot is red. And is your left foot in the circle?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I never in a million years I never would have noticed that. Never. My left foot is the one in the circle that I still, right now, swear in everything in my life, I still feel. And this is forward facing, left foot. I'm so glad you're reading the comments right now.
It's so hard to read, but yeah, I glanced down and saw it.
I feel like if presences can see each other, then they can recognize each other. So I'm wondering if, even if, let's say,
You feel that?
okay, too. Like, let's say, even if, like, whatever this thing is here, and it doesn't want to speak, but could this recognize what it, you know what I mean? Like I want to know what this is. What am I holding? To be real careful about where my hands are right now. I feel like I should almost like put holy water on my wrists. Dude, this is the weirdest feeling. Like, I almost feel like I have like electrode, you know what I mean, like just like a stim thing on me that's just going brr, brr. Insane. Why? I'm putting you in the box, but you will not be trapped in this anymore. Later, I'm gonna offer another vessel for you to join yourself to. Is that like...
Finished.
That sounded like released or the beast.
Yeah, one of the two.
You are not released. You are still confined to this area. But I will allow you to enter into another vessel that we will keep protected. But we, in the future, will continue to give you opportunities to speak. I'm just gonna go with this one. It's the one in front of me. It's a good sign. Baphomet on every single side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Some sort of like black bead stone in the center of it. I feel like when you think of a Dybbuk box, this is what you think of. The feeling is so weird, and now it's like, it's weird, I'm like cramping up like right here now. We refer to this as the laughing box. That will make sense as I explain it. We can't precisely trace where it came from and verify it, but this is what we know as the facts. It came from Romania and was hidden inside a toy chest wrapped in a blanket. There used to be a journal that was with it, and every page had the same thing written on it. He laughs when you die. That's the quote. That's everything we were told when we came across it at a pawn shop and decided to buy it because, well, it looks cool and why not? Impulse buy, don't judge me. On that same trip, we would always record obnoxious TikToks while doing long drives. Again, don't judge me. But when we would watch them back, we always heard this deep but childlike laughing that sounded like it was coming from the back of the car. Honestly, I thought it was a weird glitch and didn't think much about it. Later in the road trip, our phones started glitching and being a bit strange. That's the second time. Not like the battery was dying or even our screen going black, but the actual screen would glitch, like an action movie type hacking effect. We brought our phones into an Apple store to get them checked out, but there was no issue. As we were on our final part of the trip home, the actual screen in our Tesla did the same thing. It static glitched and then turned off. The car was in full self-drive mode and then completely veered left, and we did everything we could to control it, but the actual steering wheel was locked in that direction and we could not get the car back on. Luckily, it stopped just as we hit the edge of the road, or otherwise we were going to keep going down what looked like a hill edge that probably would have killed us. Needless to say, we're good. Had it for about a month, and that was enough for me. Crazy. So they called it the laughing box because of hearing the laughing. Again, no mention of it even being opened. If this is truly a laughing box, can we hear you laugh now? The last thing it sounded like was like, ah, ah, ah. Done. I love that it literally said, right, it said it would shut down, the actual screen would glitch. and it shut down a Tesla in full self-drive mode. And then our little device just completely like locks up after laughing. Does this entity in the box laugh whenever they're about to do something negative or evil? Does bringing harm to others make you happy? Ending.
Does this entity in the box laugh whenever they're about to do something negative or evil? Bringing harm to others. Does this entity in the box laugh whenever they're about to do something negative or evil? Bringing harm to others make you happy?
I'm gonna leave this one recording while I try and open it. And I'll put it on this to eat up any of the vibration. 3, 2. We are now opening the pentagram shaped DYBBUK box, the laughing box, as it says in the story. Ending? What? It died. I just noticed it died. I haven't looked that way in so long. Bro, that I like it almost made me tear up.
I am tearing.
Do you still have crotch cam?
I still have crotch cam.
One second, everyone. I'm trying to process how this... It just turned on a light in the room. Like this is a B340 light. This is theirs. This is their furniture. That we turned everything off because the red lights are our lights. We've never had anything like that happen.
Never.
Like real, not like ghost tool. This is a real physical light in the room. This is just a light, like a lamp. It's not like a flickering candle. This is a real, actual... Like it's plugged in back here. I'm gonna unplug it right now. It is plugged in. Bro, can you come around and like and show this like actual like the whole cable? This is it. These red lights are ours, but this is the actual cable that I'm going to pull on. That is unreal.
That was super cool.
It's the same place where all the knocking sounds were coming from. They were all coming from this corner. Dude, that's unreal. What does that even mean? Oh, the audio recorder was on.
Oh.
The audio recorder's on. Was it? Yeah, it was. Dude, that's unreal. This is just me. I cannot think of any moment in the 7-8 years that we've been doing this that a physical light has turned on. Thank you. Sorry it took me a while to say that, but thank you for turning that light on. I can't even understand. I'm like trying to even think of like the physics, like anything behind that at all. Like the magnetic flashlights make sense because like there's a little bit of magnetism in between it and that's how it actually engages. But that is just a traditional...
We are now opening the pentagram-shaped divot box, the laughing box, as it says in the story.
Okay, well not to kind of overshadow what we just opened, but there's a jaw in here, which is undoubtedly a human jaw. I do not believe there's any other species that has that exact same thing. That tapping is still there. So, human jaw. I'm gonna have to assume this is an animal. If not, that literally means we have a demon's skull in our hand. And then there's some sort of writing on the inside of it. I have no clue what that is. Never seen anything like that. It's not Hebrew. I have zero idea. It's a bunch of like squiggles and X's and stuff. The tapping is unreal, man. And then just some burnt kind of fabric in here. Whoa. Okay, well, hypothetically, if opening this box caused that light to turn on, that means this didn't work. If this caused that directly, or opening this box caused an influx of energy to come into the room to see what just happened. But either way, this caused that to happen. I don't know which is which. Are there new spirits in this room? That's insane. That's insane! Have you come here to learn about the new energy that is here? Are you curious about what is here? Or are you mad about it? Are you happy?
It's like it wanted to make itself known, but not like, all right, I'm here to chat. I'm just letting you know I'm here.
Yeah. It's almost how we started with the music box. It was like, it was here. We knew it was here. Also, I remember earlier I was saying it almost felt like it was on the ground. And then still. So we have the attention of the spirits of the ship. They're here to watch a show. That is unreal to me. Unreal. What's interesting is if all the spirits coming in turn the light on, then if when the light turns off, we would know when they've all left. So it almost feels as long as that light is on, we know that like the spirits of the ship, the Queen Mary, thank you for making yourself known. That really has been just reading the entire night. K2 has just been reading a little bit above something the entire night. I'll read this one, and then as I open it, I will
That was loud as hell.
I'll read this one, and then as I open it, I will
That was loud as hell.
Does that feel like the floor to you?
I think so.
I'll read this story, just so that way we all understand what it is, and then I'll turn the spirit box on. And for this one, I'll just leave the spirit box on completely. That way everyone can just listen instead of the other box that is now like being completely crushed. Says, I will start by saying if you have seen the movie Talk to Me, this is going to sound very similar. I promise you it's not a gimmick and can provide photos, newspaper articles, and I'm sure some people would be willing to share their experiences with you, all of which were during the last few years. For the record, phenomenal movie, A24. And they were YouTubers. I forgot what their channel name was, the Australian guys, but they were YouTubers. And they ended up making one of the best horror movies in the last few years. These items are in fact mine, and I paid for their creation and this exact use. I have a bit of an obsession with the paranormal, and ever since I can remember, I have wanted to be able to see and speak to the dead. I can recall the exact moment I became infatuated with it, and it was while watching The Sixth Sense, the movie. I've used every spiritual device, every seance technique, every ghost tool, and anything else you could ever imagine to try and create a connection to the spirit world. Nothing was ever enough for me. I wanted something that I could feel, something that when I used it, it could let anything into the other realm, literally flow through my blood, my veins, into my soul and my consciousness. I did not just want to see a glimpse of them or talk to them through a spirit box. I wanted to have a visceral experience and feel as though we were in the same plane of existence as each other. I commissioned a coven in Europe to create this item for me. After nearly a year of waiting, it finally arrived. It has given me everything I could ever want. It gave me more than I ever expected, and now I have no need to use it again. Truly, my world is shattered, and everything I thought I knew about life and this existence has been erased. I question everything now and feel as though I am stuck in a black void at all times. Interesting, because earlier it said well of darkness or a pit of darkness, something along those lines. When I found out you were the one that wanted to purchase this item, even though it was not for sale, I decided it may be best for you to have it. Use it wisely, use it carefully, because it does work, and I know it will help you and your understanding of the other realms, yes, plural, that exist around us. There are no special instructions to use it, but what I have learned is the more intention, more energy, and more action you put when using it, the stronger and more immediate the connection becomes. Do not use it in your dark days or in dark locations, or you will encounter darkness. The fact that it like immediately said like it's going to sound familiar to the movie, and I was like meh, and then it immediately follows with I can provide photos, newspaper articles, and some people will be willing to share their experiences with you. That's a pretty intense bluff to like put up. So I'm gonna turn this on, and at this point we're not doing the S's method. I think we will still try that idea later where you are the ones listening and I'm the ones asking questions without hearing, but for now, let's just see if anything comes through. Volume good? Noticeably felt the tapping stop in my foot. Like it finally went away where I was like, I genuinely was like, huh, it just stopped. Gonna open this box in about 10 seconds. And if at the same time I open it, there's a message you can deliver that would prove without doubt it was intentional and exactly what you've wanted to say. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Kind of like, keep any message? What's fun is that so far this is the one that doesn't claim to be like a demon in a box. This is the one that doesn't say like it trapped, it said like the item that I had created. Yeah, this is a spiritual device. I commissioned a coven to create this item for me. And it says, there are no special instructions to use it, but I have learned is the more energy, more action you put into and using it, the stronger, more immediate the connection becomes. You have to use this one. Which makes sense because we're like, I find that very fascinating that with nothing, I don't even think the K2 is blipped. I saw one little over there and a be careful. I can help you. There's 2 in here.
That was loud.
I always wonder if when we hear those noises, if they're intentional or just like clumsy. Like, is it like a spirit being like, I'm here? Or was that actually a spirit just like falling down a staircase and like grabbing onto the handrail?
A Jerry spirit?
It's weird, I feel the tapping again. Okay. Box number 1. Found the paper. Box number 2. We have twins. Twins. This one reads, "Best of luck to you. After years of emails, you finally convinced me to send these to you. The only reason I agreed is because you may provide me with clarity and proof that I am not insane. Everyone in my family believes I am a lunatic, delusional, or even schizophrenic, and that I was irresponsible, in quotes, that I was irresponsible and stupid for paying for someone to remove an imaginary creature from my house. Yet, when she was done, I could think again. I felt myself again, my depression vanished overnight, my desire to live and go outside returned. I was in complete and total darkness, but you know all this from the stories I shared online. What I have not shared is that there were in fact 2 demons destroying my life. Female, child entities. They were each contained in 2 separate boxes. Because you have said you are willing to open them and do so with documentation, it is the sole reason I am willing to let anyone else have these. If upon opening them you begin to suffer the way I did of every minute of every day and night, then I will know I am not insane, and that I can finally prove to my family that they are wrong, that they owe me an apology, that they owe me years back of my life after completely abandoning me due to a mental health issue I wasn't willing to get help for. As much as I hate to say this, I hope when you open these boxes, you felt every ounce of hatred I did. You will feel it not only for yourself, but for everyone and everything around you." It said barrel tool only. What's the barrel?
Something in the box?
The only barrel I can think of is like that REM pod looks like a barrel. I just realized it said barrel tool only.
Flashlight?
Can you confirm that was intentional? Okay. I wasn't even done speaking and it answered. Is it easier for you to communicate using energy? That strangely makes sense to me. What's easier to do, learn a new language or just to use energy and move around? Why, like whenever like the Panasonics or like the Holy Grail, and why we made devices like this that allow energy to be converted into words. I mean, yeah, the K2 was like all we used with Lily and Trans-Allegheny. Are you one of the entities in these boxes? So how are you doing that? You're obviously strong enough. Oh, sorry, caught me off guard. Okay. Have I already opened your physical container? Am I about to open your physical container? You're already obviously very strong. To be able to put energy into that light from inside this box, from inside this protection circle. If I were to open these boxes, would you want to cause more harm?
I got my K2.
K2. We read the story of the last person that was near you and how miserable you made them. Did that bring you joy? Did you need to do that? Are you not going to answer me until I open the boxes? Catch 22. That's insane. Literally use the obelisk to say use the barrel tool as we're like, what? The only two things that are shaped like a barrel. And then is able to manipulate its way back into the circle. Okay. We'll open the boxes. That's okay. Okay, I'm gonna be lasered in on just opening these boxes. And I will leave it entirely to you watching to see if you hear anything. It's insane. Let's do this. I'm gonna open the box, but I think something that's fair would be as I get closer to opening it, you answer a question. I know you can. I know you're able to instantly. And I did remove you from a place that was never going to let you go free. So I feel like it's just an asking for you to be able to give some answers. So the person that put you in here, that's how they described you. Like this. But entities can be a lot of different things. So I'll ask first, were you a demon? Are you still a demon?
Yup.
Double confirmation, yup, and then 2 on the lights. Are you more than 1,000 years old? Some of us believe that demons are not created in hell, but are actually fallen angels. Were you a fallen angel? If you were once in what we refer to as heaven, this land above, where a creator is, can you quickly turn the light on?
Everybody's going off saying they heard falling.
Falling. I'll keep my promise. There's no way I would have ever seen that. Literal angels on this box. Literal angels on this box. Unless it's like no, those are angels. They have wings. It's a cigar box with angels on it. Bones in here, or nails. Nails. A woven necklace. More nails. Nope, these are bones. Good bones. I swear to her demon. This is, I don't know anything about tarot cards, but this card says Judgment. And it looks like a old, wretched demon crawling out of a grave. I don't know enough if these are even tarot cards or not. I don't know what these are. And then the lovers, and it's a demon watching two people making love.
Hold that for a second.
That's what it looks like to me. The energy that you take, do you have to take it from humans? Can it come from animals? When I see and when I think of sacrifices made to the underworld, to demons, I typically think of goats and other animals that are being sacrificed. Can you confirm that when those are done, that it truly works? Pretty great that I can see it. You can see it, right?
Yeah.
I can literally see it in front of my eyes in the air. Whew, I don't know what that is, but I feel like I should not be inhaling that. The Eight of Pentacles card. It's like someone knows what these cards are right now and is absolutely terrified out of their mind that I'm touching them. And then this is the Ten of Wands. More nails. Sound like evil. And a cross. It's a crucifix. Both boxes are open. Do you feel free? It's like almost scary that everything went quiet. Just stopped completely. Oh, getting dizzy. Getting super dizzy. That's weird. Like it just everything went completely like done. Okay. This is our big book friend. Kind of looks like the latch from earlier. So we have a kind of weird face on the back side of it. So just so. I provided you with the box of an evil, malicious, trickster entity. It was captured by myself at the continuous request of a family. With utmost honesty, I was truly not sure if I would be able to perform this duty. For months, I had heard about the home and the hauntings within it. The family complained of poltergeist activity with items being thrown, waking up in the middle of the night to a face of darkness staring into their eyes, being cut and bleeding when waking up in the morning, and that the youngest daughter started to speak in tongues. I finally obliged the request to visit the home, and the energy that struck me before I even touched the front door was enough to leave me breathless. Every week, geez, dude, I'm starting to lose my ability to speak right now. Every week I would return to this home to perform a blessing, then eventually a weekly exorcism, until even my greatest efforts were not enough to help. One day, I myself left with a cut across my chest directly underneath my crucifix. I had to make a choice whether to leave this family at the will of this presence or find a way to remove it from the home. Of course, I had heard of methods of expulsion, but also entrapment, so for months I learned everything I could about how to do so myself. Finally, I asked the family to leave their home and stay within mine for 3 nights so I may have full control of the house. For 3 straight nights, I did everything I could, with every method I could learn about, and on the 3rd night at 1:16 a.m. precisely, because I will never forget this moment, I believe it worked. Everything in the home began to shake. Cabinet doors rattling, a breeze would rip through the home with all the windows and doors closed. Humming noises would come from the floors, and precisely after the loudest amen I have ever screamed, it all stopped. This box began to shake as if there was a rabid animal trapped within it. I closed the lid and sealed it with everything I had learned. I stayed 1 extra night at the house, not a single noise. The family has not had a complaint since. Didn't feel it very well. It's a Bible. It's just the Bible.
Nothing in it, or
The Old and New Testaments. picture in here. Imagine it really isn't something demonic, an entity, and he gets trapped within the book that is just, this is his worst nightmare.
It sounded like it said joined.
Would this aggravate you if I were to read something from the Bible?
Oh, good.
It's barely still there. It was 100. It was literally said correct. It was totally fine, and now it's absolutely. It's gonna die any second now. Sorry, good. I don't know anything about the Bible. What should I read?
I feel like John 3:16 is the most common one.
Alright, Stone Cold. The first time I'm reading a Bible is literally in a salt protective holy water circle filled with demons that we've unleashed from a box. This is my very first time in my entire life. If me reading this book, reading the Bible, reading a passage from it makes you angry, put your energy into a device and we'll know. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. For God sent the Son into the world, not to condemn the world, but that the world might be saved through him. He who believes in him is not condemned. He who does not believe is condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of the only Son of God. And this is the judgment, that the light has come into the world, and men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone who does evil hates the light, and does not come to the light, lest his deeds should be exposed. But he who does what is true comes to the light, that it may be clearly seen that his deeds have been wrought in God.
I picked a good one.
It's literally all about light, and it stopped as we stopped reading. After this, Jesus and his disciples went into the land of Judea. There he remained with them and baptized. John also was baptizing at Aenon near Salim, because there was much water there, and people came and were baptized. For John had not yet been put in prison. Now a discussion arose between John's disciples and a Jew over purifying, and they came to John and said to him, Rabbi, he who was with you beyond the Jordan, to whom you bore witness, here he is baptizing, and all are going to him. John answered, I'm going to read it.
That was so far away that didn't seem like it was at the door, but that seemed like out. I'm pointing, but out that way.
Yeah, which is 300 feet to the nearest, land. John answered, No one can receive anything except what is given him from heaven. You yourselves bear me witness that I said... Oh, you like it now? Alright, cool. I'm going to keep reading on. I am not the Christ, but I have been sent before him. He who has the bride is the bridegroom. The friend of the bridegroom, who stands and hears him, rejoices greatly at the bridegroom's voice. Therefore, this joy of mine is now full. He must increase, but I must decrease. It is literally the first time I've ever read the Bible in my entire life. Okay. Here's a fun jar. It really does feel like I'm doing like a product review on TikTok. That's a cute one. That's cool. Wow, the pairing of this with the last one. This item has been kept within my village in the church for centuries. It has always had a sense of folklore around it because its history seemed unbelievable. It is said that when this bell is rung, anyone within earshot of it begins to uncontrollably mimic Gregorian-type chants in an unknown dead language, even if they are asleep, unconscious, or deaf. If they can hear it, it affects them. Across a span of days and into weeks, the humming of the chant becomes singing, which becomes screaming, which becomes violence towards others and themselves. No one had touched the bell for as long as my family had lived here, and it was always viewed as a bit of the town's taboo until last year when a teenager decided to grab the bell, take it into a small closed closet, and then violently shake it, all as part of a dare from his friends. 3 months later, he was dead. I'm assuming everyone heard that.
I would assume so.
Dun,
Yes.
dun, dun, dun.
Also, I glanced at chat. Everybody wants the light off.
Wants the light off?
Yeah.
Okay. Spirits know how to turn it back on. Turn it off this way. As I was saying, 3 months later, he was dead. And I will spare you the details, but it was not a kind few months for him or anyone in his life. After a few weeks, no one could even understand a word he said. A few more weeks, he began lashing out physically towards everyone around him. A few more weeks, and no one could even recognize him. He was found holding his bell pressed to his forehead. Our priest requested outside help to ensure this could never happen again, and was also afraid that destroying the bell would actually unleash it instead of suppressing it. Holy shit. So in theory, as long as we don't ring this thing, we're okay. If I ever feel this. I don't think that's how you're supposed to open that. I can see the bell, and I do not know how to get into it now. You sound like use a tool. Oh, it's waxed in too, to make sure that it can't be rung. It's sealed into here as well. Oh yeah, it's completely sealed in. Normal bell. Does anyone here think I should ring this bell? Should I add this to my to-do list later?
Yeah.
The way it starts makes me think it is not true. This is 100% authentic DYBBUK box. It is the exact way it starts. Originally acquired from a World War II era Polish farmhouse in 1999. It was discovered hidden behind a bricked up section of a cellar wall during demolition. The owner who found it passed away from a sudden heart attack 2 weeks later. The box was left to his son, who gifted it to me in 2004 as a joke. That was 20 years ago. I've tried to live with it, I can't anymore. What I've experienced includes hearing knocks on the ceiling, even in hotels or other homes, constant dreams of drowning in black water. I frequently hear a child's voice whispering what I believe is, "Trade me?" Dead birds constantly on my front doorstep. My dog will not enter the same room as the box no matter where I move it. I have experienced a nosebleed when staring at it for too long, and I've kept it out of morbid curiosity, but it's time to let it go. Oh, that's okay. So it's like a trap door. It's like the same, it looks like the same cards from earlier. Same person, maybe? This has a Jesus button. And a lot of sand again. Yeah, it's just a lot of sand and a Jesus button. And some just random ass crap. Like, almost kind of looks like bird poop or rat poop, to be honest. Yeah, that's it. This is the last one. How many people are still here watching us do this?
3,500.
That's crazy. That's so crazy. There's still 3,500 people watching me recklessly endanger mine and all of our lives. Oh. What's crazy is I'm at a point now tonight where like I actually can't remember which ones we got answers from and which ones we didn't. Like I actually... This is when my foot started tapping, and then puncture was the one with the doll. The bell we haven't rung yet intentionally. Insane answers from the female trickster, demon, child entities. I don't even remember. That one had the jaw. I literally cannot remember everything that's in all these, can you?
No. The only one I can remember is the one with the red foot with the razor blade.
Yeah, that one over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a blur at this point. I like cannot keep tabs. And at this point, we're up against all of our devices, which everything is just getting cooked. Okay. Let's read it. This is the last DYBBUK box. Story reads, not really sure what this thing is, but I don't want it anymore. My uncle gave it to me before he passed. Massive heart attack, no warning, but he did eat a ton of junk food. He said it was an old Jewish spirit box or something of that sort. All... Is that the K2? Did it just sound like the K2?
It was a beeping, but I didn't see it go off.
Okay. Or something of that sort. All I know is it smells like old, moldy books and dirt. My roommate kept joking about it and even tried opening it with some silverware. What the fuck? He died 2 weeks later in a hiking accident. Freak accident on a normal route that never had issues until him. Another friend who stayed over for a weekend got in a car crash. He didn't die, but his dog did, and that was in the car with him. Could be coincidence. Probably is. Hoping it is. Either way, it freaks people out, including me, and I'm not keeping it anymore. Figured I'd sell it and use the money to help my buddy buy a new dog and fix his car. Feels like it was written by like a frat bro. What the fuck? He talks about, what did he say? My uncle gave it to me before he passed away. He died from a massive heart attack, no warning. He ate a ton of junk food. He said it was an old Jewish spirit box, something of the sort. Then he said his roommate kept joking about it and even tried opening with some silverware and then died 2 weeks later in a hiking accident. And then another friend who stayed over for a week and got into a car crash. The guy didn't die, but his dog did that was in the car with him.
Body Kim's dying?
That's the one in your lap.
No.
No? What body camera is that?
I feel like it has to be that one.
Really? No, it's behind you.
Yeah, sure.
We've not been in here for 8 hours.
No.
Yeah, that's the one behind you. For sure. It's gonna keep doing that, so
Yeah.
I'll just grab it. This is literally the last DYBBUK box. There's nothing else in here. And then we just have our fun doll over here. What?
Oh, it's been 4 hours?
Yeah, we started at
Yeah.
7:30. Yeah, it's this one. Only thing I really have left now that's functioning, I mean, that's already out. It's just a spirit box, so turn on again, I guess.
Sure.
This one smells horrible. Kind of animal vertebra. That's it, nothing else. Just these two pieces. That's it. Now that every box has been opened, is there any one entity that wants to prove they are stronger than the others and make their voice the one that we hear? I know the stories of each of you. If you describe who you are, I'll know. It's now an even playing field. You all have the same device, the same distance away from you, the same amount of energy. Were you the entity trapped in the Bible? Were you the two female entities? Were you the laughing box? One of the haunted items, the hand, the bell. Are you the puncture doll? When I point to your container, can you make that light go off? The box that you've been playing with all night. overrode the spirit box. Do you want to be released from this Bible? Would you be happy to be taken from this book and placed into another item? Okay. Well, I have something here. We can try and do that with. This is like overwhelming to take in. This is so much. Didn't we have a conversation with a fallen angel earlier? Like,
Yeah.
This is so much.
And the box had an angel on the box.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also this thing, it was glitching out Teslas and making laughing sounds, and then our box that was all tonight. I'm like genuinely, it's so much has happened. My brain cannot compute this.
The actual practical light that belongs in this room turned on.
Yeah. And the last time we were here, that never went off the entire night. That only went off when I was in here by myself. That thing has been reading the entire night. Flashlight, I didn't even realize that was on. I didn't even realize the flashlight was on right now. I'm so used to everything in this room just constantly going off, I'm forgetting that it's even there. I see you. I will grab the other item, which I legitimately don't know how it works. I feel like the person who also wrote this one was like, I didn't know what I was doing. Dude, I don't know. I don't know how it's supposed to work. I didn't think any of this was.
Just the key too.
I'm so tired right now. Bro, I feel obliterated. I got nothing in the tank. You have my attention, Mr. Flashlight. I see you loud and clear, Holy Bible. I don't even know any of their names. Do one more Panasonic. Because if this does work, then they're all just going to be in one place together, I suppose. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, okay. I know there are a lot of you, a lot of different entities and energy, all in one place here. But could you possibly tell me your name, one by one, before I remove you from your entrapment and provide you a more free place to exist? So I'll go one by one, and if any of you would care to share your name or what you are, we would love to have that answer. The wooden box. Red box with the crystal. The T-shaped box. The laughing box. the two female entities. The Holy Bible. The accident box. The 100% authentic DYBBUK box. The bell container. Ending.
The camera battery just got drained like crazy. It's down to 15 minutes.
I know there are a lot of you, a lot of different entities and energy, all in one place here, but could you possibly tell me your name, one by one, before I remove you from your entrapment and provide you a more free place to exist? So I'll go one by one, and any of you would care to share your name or what you are, we would love to have that answer. The wooden box, red box with the crystal, the T-shaped box, the laughing box, the two female entities, the Holy Bible, the accident box, the 100% authentic DYBBUK box, the bell container, ending.
Crazy. Yeah, nothing at all on the Panasonic. Okay. I don't know. Give it a shot. I don't really know what's going on. Oh no, I pulled the blade out. Oh no, I pulled the blade out. Oh no, I feel like I'm gonna die now. Oh my god, I have to put the blade back in. I don't know what to do. I pulled the blade out. And now it won't go back in. And now I feel like me doing this is making it worse. And now, oh my god, I'm gonna stop touching it. So, for anyone I thought that was broken. It was on for so long. For anyone that has seen our videos at the Warren Museum, especially the live stream, you're familiar with something called the Shadow Doll. And to hyperphrase that, it was something that was created to harbor, manifest, and hold negative, evil, presence, power, an entity, and all of that. So I had someone craft essentially a vessel, so similar to like a voodoo doll, which is meant to absorb someone physically and then inflict pain through them virtually. This is meant to absorb and hold onto negative energy. That's all I know about it. That's it. I'm not going to say to you this is factually proven, that this is backed, that this works. All I know is that during that Warren stream, we said that for every X amount of donations made, I would open a DYBBUK box. 2 years later, that's what we're doing. That's what this is. And I know that once you open them, I have absolutely no idea how to put them back in. Genuinely no clue at all. So I looked up something and reached out to some people who said this might work. I really don't know the next steps. They did not provide me with like a thing to read or a method of doing this. All they said was place it in the center, give it permission, give it intent, and see if it works. So we're gonna try that. And in theory, we've opened 10 DYBBUK boxes tonight. So at maximum, 10 reads of energy, I guess.
The camera battery, or light on the camera died. and it's only been 4.5 hours.
Crazy.
Um,
I don't know. Let's deal with it. Flip the master camera to night vision.
yeah.
It is what it is. Only light ray.
It's not terrible on YouTube. Like, I can kind of see.
Wow. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna turn this on, but first, mini monologue. To every single being, presence, spirit, demon, whatever you might be, I truly do not know. I have no true understanding of what you are, and in fact, I didn't expect to get any answers from anything that is sitting in this room with me at all. And I have already been given remarkable answers, remarkable sensations, physical things that have happened in this room, and even some incredible audible responses as well. I bear no judgment on whatever it is that you are, or where you came from, or what your intentions are. I do this out of curiosity and respect. What I do know is I've opened you in a place on my world, in my plane of existence, where I cannot let you go be free. You do not belong here, and you are only opened here because of the energy in this place, and I felt as though it was the proper area to do it. With that being said, there are going to be two choices. One is there is an item in the center, right here, underneath my hand, that was created to be a vessel for your presence. You are all free to conjoin yourself to it. If you choose not to, then by morning, I will bring a priest here whose entire purpose is to eradicate your existence, to cleanse you, not only from the realm that I am in, but whatever realm you are in. He will not be here to trap you, to re-enclose you, to put you in a new home. His entire purpose will be to destroy you and rid you of any and all realms of possibility of you surviving. So with that being said, I want to turn on the spirit box one more time to be able to hear you and listen to any messages. But whenever you feel as though you choose to enter into this object, we will know, because we will hear. That's so crazy. We'll hear your energy enter into this item. Just so that your choice has to be made and we can prepare properly. I'll give you the next 5 minutes in the time of my realm, which is 1, 2, that times 250. And at the end of that period, anything left here, that's it. Would anyone like to be the first one? I promise you, you will not be locked away. You will not be hidden in a basement, or a toy chest, or buried in a wall. You will stay within this item, but we will still bring you to other places and locations. We will still give you other devices to be able to communicate with in the future. I will make sure to continue building an environment where you are able to speak to others the way you spoke to me tonight. I will never forget the answers and the conversations we had. And I want others to be able to experience that same thing for themselves. Does that sound like a good deal to you? If anything, this might make you stronger. With all of you combined into one place. I just heard the ha-ha of the laughing box. Demon again. What you did earlier was remarkable. You were able to break one of our devices that no one has ever been able to before. You can only imagine how much stronger you would be combined with the others. What else would you need to be able to join the item before us? I know 4 of you have joined. There may be another 3 or 4. Is it 2 minutes left? There's 1 minute remaining. Maybe this will make you want to leave. 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. I forgot that was...
There were some weird things being pushed through there.
You heard the wrong...
Yeah.
I think I counted 9 total. We had 10 total openings. Yeah, and then the one that we're just like, no.
How do we end this? Do we just like...
Maybe dump holy water on to light a match?
If we're in the woods, I'd say sure.
Crazy. Full blown. It's just so hard to wrap my head around. What are the comments saying? What do they think? What do they think we should do? Normally it's just
the
you and
one
me.
thing that just keeps popping up is everybody just keeps saying Estes.
You want to flip? You sit here.
No, because you're gonna fall asleep behind the camera.
No, I'll stay awake. I'll do my job.
I mean, we can flip, but it doesn't matter.
We can do that. I get crotch cam.
Oh yeah.
I'll take crotch cam.
Oh okay.
Let's flip.
Sure.
Yeah. Do you want to wear? Yeah, you wear headphones,
Sure.
and then I'll very quietly ask questions.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, my turn for crotch cam.
Yeah.
Dude, this has been your job all night. This is sick. This is so comfortable. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I don't know if I'm just happy to be away from all the devil boxes, but this is like so chill and comfy right now. This is insane. Who turned off the lamp?
Cowboy.
Should we ring the bell?
Yes.
What will happen if we ring the bell?
Ooh. That was very quick, but it sounded like Dev, and then it just cut off.
Does ringing the bell summon the devil?
Always.
What spirit didn't enter
See you?
the doll? What was this spirit answering?
Like, that's twice now. It said Dev, and then just cuts off.
Does the item, the entity that didn't enter the doll, do you view yourself as the devil?
Brown. Gladly. Ill.
Can you confirm the number of spirits?
7. Make.
7. That would mean one rang when it went in and then it rang when it came
David?
out. So 8 went in and 9 came out. Is there an entity here that changed their mind? That went into the doll and then left? Would you...
Children?
Children. All the children's spirits. Would you rather be destroyed?
A very legible scream.
Would you prefer to be destroyed?
That's it?
Do you hate your own existence?
It's weird. It'll be like 30 seconds or a minute or whatever of silence, and it'll just go off real quick. That was a very legible scream.
Since you made the choice to be destroyed,
Help?
can you tell us, are you truly able to affect people? Are you able to actually get into human beings' minds and souls?
Holy.
Holy.
Bad. Resurrect.
Can you only affect bad people? People who are not holy?
Bible.
Are you saying that the Bible is a way to protect yourself from evil entities such as you?
Murder. There's no way that would ever be on the radio. Well, I guess. Sister?
Is there a Bible verse you want us to read?
With you?
You cannot stay with me.
And holy again. Potential. What is... Oh, that was... What is God? Worship.
Holy shit. Was you being placed and trapped into the Bible? Did it make you realize the wrongs you have done?
'Tis Latin.
Even though you hated it, I'm sure. Did
1,000.
Did being trapped in the Bible...
Crash.
Did it make you feel safe?
You have...
Do you have any regrets?
Piano. Illusion. Profit.
You wish you were a magician for money? What? Piano, illusion, profit.
Crazy. And Bruce. Bruce was here.
Were you...
I am him. Very legible evil.
Have you met the devil?
Special. Something good.
That was something good that happened to you, was meeting the devil.
Nasty. Sin. Old.
What did he say to you?
Believe.
He told you to believe in him?
Fight.
He told you to fight for him.
Crucify.
And did you? Were you a part of a crucifixion?
And that's now the third time it said devil and then cuts off. Faith. Morgue. It's okay.
Were you a part of the most infamous crucifixion in history?
Are you excited?
If you were, I am, yes. Oh, it's officially Good Friday.
You're at fault.
Cannot blame people. Human nature is a fickle thing. Were you there for the crucifixion of Jesus Christ?
I will. 100.
Why can't you finish saying the word devil?
Fire. I did it. And God.
Have you made a choice, being trapped in that Bible, to try and get closer to God?
If only.
Will he never let you get closer to him?
Oh, that was creepy. It goes peekaboo. Singing. Dose.
I know that you have an infinite amount of stories to share. But one thing selfishly,
I'm visiting.
one thing selfishly I'd love to learn is, do you know who turned on that lamp?
Above.
As in God? An angel above? What was it above that turned on the lamp?
I'm here.
Okay, well, who are you?
Mom.
Do you consider yourself our mother? We always talk about our Father, who art in heaven.
Bible again.
Okay. Who is our mother? I would say our Father, but there has to be a counterpart. Mother Mary?
Quit that.
Is your name Mary?
Are you crazy?
Is it? Are you above having a name? If it's true, God doesn't have a name. He's just God. Actually, good point, huh? So if you are now a demon, were you once an angel?
It's been dead quiet, but then it just popped up and said, help me.
Is your name Evelyn? That was the first
The
name.
end.
The end. That was the first name of the night, was Evelyn, and I jokingly thought it was like short for evil. But it could be the other way around. The original name is Evelyn. Evelyn, short for Eve. Whoa.
Eh?
You got the end? That was the last thing, was the end.
It's been quiet.
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like I'm yelling. It was wild. It would be like 30 seconds or so of just nonstop nothing, and then 30 seconds or a minute of just, going back and forth.
Yeah, we went on a journey there, my friend. At one point, you were speaking as if you were, I'm assuming at this point, the demon that was in the Bible. And you were speaking as if at one point you were there during the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. And a bunch of people did point out that you started the Estes method as soon as it became Good Friday. It is officially Good Friday. And you've been doing the Estes method during Good Friday as we're getting all of these Bible conversations. And then I did ask how many entities went into the doll, and you said 7. And then I realized, well, if there was 9 on the REM pod, and every time energy transferred, it would beep. That means it could have been 7, 8 went in, and then came back out. And that would make 9 beeps with 7 entities in.
That's crazy.
And then I counted out what could have been entities versus just the items, and it was a max of 8. Which is, so like when we got 9, I was like, that's interesting, but it was a maximum of 8 based on what we opened, what could have actually transferred itself. So everyone believes that the final one standing is the entity in the Bible, and that entity in the Bible wants to now be destroyed because it knows what it's done, and being trapped in the Bible like made it realize what it had done wrong. Dude, that was a journey.
I legitimately thought like nothing was going to make sense other than, like I said, there's a bunch of religious things that popped up, and I was like, okay, maybe that will mean something, but I figured the rest of it was just like, nah.
Yeah, no, that was a journey. Like, I was like reading what people wanted like us to ask, or for me to ask. And then at some point it did say ring the bell, and if we ring the bell, like the devil would be here. And then from there it kind of like almost was like took it back and started explaining who it was and like why it wanted to be destroyed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It was very weird that it literally 3 times what said dev, but
Yeah.
it didn't complete it. It just cut off.
Almost like it's like been programmed to like say that, and it's trying to like fight it. And then we did ask what turned that light on in the corner, and it said above.
Oh.
And then I was like God, or
Yeah.
And it went like, dude, that was a weird like biblical journey. I don't know enough about that realm of knowledge to like really be able to put it all together. But yeah, that was a hell of a journey.
Huh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I think this is only like my 3rd time using this.
Yeah. Wow.
Cool.
Crazy. Okay. Well, I have some things I still got to do in here, but the live stream's got to be turned off or YouTube's going to murder me. So maybe we will say adios to everyone. That's crazy. This is a 5-hour live stream so far.
Nice.
Fuck. All right. We're gonna say some adios.
Oh god, oh god.
Oh, don't do it. Don't fall and destroy everything. I know it probably doesn't seem like a lot of this is like astonishing, but so much of tonight has been just unreal, and I think just because we've been doing this so long, and I've learned from so many past mistakes, we'll call them, when like something insane happens, and then the reaction is so big that we lose track of what's happening, and then it fizzles away and we lost it. So I think we've kind of like trained ourselves now to know that like even when insane things are happening, to just kind of stay calm and pay attention and let that moment be focused in and ride out, which is no better place to like force that to happen when you're just sat in one place for the entire night. Genuinely, for everyone that watched the live stream, and obviously everyone's watching now, this has been non-stop, almost 6 hours, and I know my limit mentally and physically, and I feel as if at this point me investigating any further is going to be a bit foolish. Even like opening up this item, which it's not really opening, it's just unveiling it, I feel like should be saved. I don't know, I just feel like there's a certain capacity now where it is what it is, so I'm gonna kind of choose to reflect upon all this and rebox all this up and recontain it and reclose everything and put this away, which really doesn't even have a name yet, and get all that done. I don't know. I feel very content on everything that we've gotten. I don't want you to feel as though this video is kind of ending on like a. It's just, I feel very, very content. I'd rather go back and kind of look at everything and like understand what we didn't understand, if that makes sense. But there is one last thing that I feel like I should do, and I feel like it's ring the bell. And also, I did promise flesh. I'm not going to do that. Should I ring the bell? Wait, let's do this. Let me bring the box with me. Because the story said the kid grabbed it and rang the bell in a closet by himself. We have a little closet over here, don't we? Oh wow, I was going to totally forget that. Okay, should I ring it? See what happens here?
Sure.
Okay. The story was literally that he rang the bell and then lost his mind over a few weeks and then died holding the bell. So, let's see. I guess we'll find out in a few weeks if the story was real. Okay. Probably should have put a disclaimer on screen that if you heard that bell, it could affect you. Still on? Okay. Pack up everything? Yeah? Okay. I think this has got to be the last time at the Queen Mary, unless someone super cool wants to come here, and then I'll bring them, you know? Alright.
Who would be someone super cool?
I think Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? If Snoop was like, I want to ghost hunt, but like, I'll come back for Snoop. But, glad we did it. It was fun. Okay. Good night, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. And next one should be Side Bridge with Groovy Gavin. Be a fun time.